And when you're ready, let's start bringing chin to chest and very carefully rolling our head from side to side. And one thing I did want to mention was at any time, if anything feels sharp, shooting, or electric in terms of sensation in your body, it's okay not to do things. And if you need breaks, take breaks, or if you need to power it up, feel free to as well. Going at your own pace and bringing shoulders up and rolling them back. And a couple more. And last one. And on the inhale, lifting tailbone, lifting chest. On the exhale, curl. And inhaling, lift. And exhale, curl. And two more. And exhale, curl. Last one. And exhale, curl. Reaching arms all the way up, big circles. Interlace up and tall. And inhaling through center. Exhaling to the side. Just getting a little bit of movement if you've been studying, if you've been working, if you've just gotten up, whatever it is. This is your time for you. So I'm very grateful that you're joining. And one more on each side. And reaching fingers up in big circles, coming down. And hips, circle it around. In a moment, we are going to start to flow. So don't worry, you're in the right class. We're just going to get a little bit of movement in the body. And reverse the other way. Exhaling forward, inhale as your hips reach back. And one more. And when you're ready, let's take a nice big breath in. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side, and inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bowing down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, and slowly finding our way back up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side. One more. And exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, and slowly finding your way all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side, and reach. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale this time, bringing hands to the ground, jump, step, or float, feet back, coming into plank, and soften elbows as we come down into chaturanga. Inhale, scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tuck your toes, stretching back into downward facing dog and walking through the feet. And softening into the knees, looking past our hands, jump, step, or float feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften our knees, and let's come all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side, and reach. Exhale, bowing down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands onto the ground, jump step or float, feet back into plank, coming down. Scooping hard up into upward facing dog, tuck toes, and stretching back into downward dog and walking through the feet. And picking up our left foot, taking a big breath in on the exhale, taking knee to forehead. And inhale, reach back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. Inhaling, reach back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. 2 more. And last one. And stacking hips. And breathe. And one more big breath on the exhale. Both feet onto the ground. Softening your knees. And bringing them almost all the way down and hold. Keeping chest over your hands. And slowly coming back up, picking up right foot and taking right knee to forehead. Inhale, extend back. Exhaling, right knee to forehead. Inhaling, reach back. Exhaling, right knee to forehead. 2 more. And last one. Reaching it back, bending knees, stacking hips. And slowly coming back to center. Both feet on the ground, soften our knees, looking past our hands. Jump step or float feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to sides and reaching all the way up. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands to the ground, jump step, float, feet back into plank. And this time softening your elbows and holding for 5 breaths in chaturanga. You can always bring your knees to the ground if you need to. And one more, slowly coming down, inhale. Or hang all the way up, tuck toes, stretching back into downward facing dog. And when you're ready, picking up left foot again, taking it to the outside of left arm. Inhale, reach back and knee. Inhaling, reach back and knee. Inhaling, reach back and knee. 2 more. And last one, taking it across over to right upper arm, twist. And up, keeping fingers nicely wide spread. And back to center, stepping foot in between hands into a crescent lunge, taking back knee down, extending arms all the way up as your teacher falls over. Taking those big breaths in and big breath out. And when you're ready, bringing hands together, leaning forward, taking right elbow across, coming into that twist. Option 1, knee on ground. 2, picking it up. And 3, open heart, just a bit more. And one more big breath, slowly bringing it all the way down. Sweeping leg back, bending knees, stacking hip. And one more big breath, slowly unstack. Coming back to center, both feet onto the ground. Coming back up to high plank. Down through chaturanga, scooping heart up. Into upward facing dog, tuck back. Into downward dog, picking up right leg. And taking right knee, right upper arm. And inhale, reach back. Right knee. 7 more. 6, 5. Allowing the leg to get a little higher each time you go back. 4, 3, 2. And when you're ready, we are going to cross it over, right knee, left upper arm. And inhale, reach back and twist. Inhale, reach back. Anybody else getting more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. We are going to step foot in between hands, planting back knee, coming back up as we breathe, working on squaring the hips, taking those big breaths in and big breath out. And bringing palms together, coming into that twist, taking left elbow over to right side, tucking toes if it feels okay, and coming into that twist. And one more big breath on the exhale, coming back to center, bringing both feet back into downward dog and walk through the feet. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. When you're ready, sitting both knees, looking past your hands, jump, step, or float feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down. Soften our knees, and then slowly come all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to sides. Coming all the way up and coming into chair. So really pulling legs together. Let's bring the arms into prayer. Soften the knees, taking left elbow over to right side, coming into that twist. And breathe. If side crow is in your practice today, feel free to come all the way down if and only if this is in your practice. And if it's one that you are working on, you come all the way to the ground, hands come onto the ground, and if it feels okay, gently reaching, making sure hip and knees supported, if that is in your practice today. Really breathing. One more big breath if you're in side crow, slowly coming back to center. Everybody coming into a forward fold, releasing that twist. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to sides. Squeeze the legs, soften. Taking arms, this time coming to the left. We're taking it over, coming into that twist. And again, if side crow is in your practice, please, 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 feel free. If you've not done it before, I do strongly recommend making sure you have somebody to spot you, which I know sometimes is challenging at these times. And one more big breath on the exhale, coming back to center. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften our knees, and let's find our way all the way back up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side. Reaching hips back. Arms come all the way up into chair, feeling like squeezing towards each other as we breathe. And seeing if you can soften your knees, reaching hips back just 1 inch. Come up 1 inch. Bring it down. And 1 inch up. 1 inch down. 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 1 inch up. 2 more. And last one, when you're ready, coming down into a forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, hands come onto the ground, jump step or float, feet back into plank, coming down through chaturanga, scooping heart up into upward facing dog. Exhale, stretching back into downward dog, coming back up to high plank, right hand under right shoulder, side plank. Coming into side. And breathe. You can always have elbow on the ground. You can always have top leg tapped over. You can always extend that top leg to the sky, bringing it into a star, pulling up through pelvic floor as we breathe. Feeling that engagement of our core, really reaching fingers up to the sky. One more big breath. Whenever you're ready, let's switch to the opposite side. Find foundation first. Left hand under your left shoulder. And one more big breath, slowly coming back to center, coming down through chaturanga, scooping up into upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, stretching back into downward dog, picking up left foot. And when you're ready, 10 kicks. Option 1, let's keep supporting leg on the ground. Option 2 is kicking both feet up, depending what feels best to you. When you're ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rebalance, walking through the feet. When you're ready, let's pick up our right leg and 10 kicks. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming back to downward dog. Picking up right foot. Let's step right foot in between our hands and open up to warrior 2. Opening all the way up as we breathe. And taking that bow and arrow. Right arm forward, left back. And taking right elbow to top of the thigh, opening up that top shoulder, belly button in. And slowly coming back up. When you're ready, bringing both hands to the ground, picking up back foot, walking your hands towards your right as we bow into what we call a standing split. If it feels okay to take your hands, wrapping them around calf or ankles, whichever feels best to you as your chest is really reaching towards the ground, please do. And if handstand isn't anybody's practice, feeling free to come all the way up into it. And one more big breath when you're ready, stepping it back into warrior 2 and reach. And when you're ready, reaching it into a triangle by straightening front knee, extending left arm to the sky, belly button in, and breathe. Really feeling that nice stretch through the obliques on that left side, through the side body. Taking big breaths in and big breath out. And one more big breath, slowly coming back to warrior 2. And when you are ready, very carefully bringing right hand to the outside of that pinky foot, pick up foot. If it feels okay, we are going to stack left hip on top of right hip. And just make sure you're solid, taking arm up. And if it feels okay, soften your back leg and reach and grab your foot and press foot into hand. And slowly finding your way back up, warrior 2. This time, making sure we lift front hand, exalting our warrior. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more. When you're ready, option 1 is bringing hands to the ground, coming back up into a standing split. Option 2 is anchoring the hands, and when you're ready, 10 kicks. Kicking up, that supporting leg if that is in your practice. And one more. Coming all the way back, stepping it back into warrior two. And breathe. Breathing in through the bottoms of the feet for power. And slowly bringing hands to hips. Let's pivot opposite way. Whenever you're ready. Let's take bow and arrow. Left foot, left arm forward. And when you're ready, reaching forward, taking that left elbow on top of thigh. If the wrap is in your practice where that bottom hand and back arm are actually going to connect, please do. If that is in your practice, as long as your core is engaged. And one more big breath slowly, finding our way back up. And whenever you're ready, breathing. And slowly finding our way down. Both hands picking up, back foot. And again, if it is in your practice and you would like to bring it into a standing split, please do, reaching that back leg all the way to the ceiling. Your head is dropping down towards the top of your foot. And one more big breath whenever you're ready, stepping it back, coming all the way back up. We are going to straighten front leg, back hip pulls out, really engaging through the side body as we reach our right arm up to the sky, belly button in. And one more big breath, slowly coming back to center. And one more big breath, bringing hands all the way down and picking up. Back foot, anchoring left hand onto the ground. If it feels okay to open up, the body stacking shoulder and hip, please do. If you're able to soften the knee and reach the top of that foot, pressing foot into hand, please do. And breathe. And one more big breath, slowly stepping it all the way back, turning front palm up, exalting your warrior, celebrating. One more big breath. When you are ready, slowly bringing hands back down. Option one is coming back into standing split, picking up the back leg. Option 2 is 10 hops, bringing the legs up if you can, whenever you're ready, your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stepping it all the way back, coming all the way up. Let's open ourselves up into goddess. So toes over towards the corners, tucking elbows in as we breathe. Taking big breaths in and big breath out. I'm not sure if anybody else is sweating, but I am a little bit today. Really breathing. And one more big breath, turning toes forward, coming down into a wide leg forward fold. If headstand is in your practice and you feel warm enough to come up, feel free. Only if that is in your practice. Otherwise, finding that sweet spot as we reach head to ground, tailbone up to the sky. Feeling that nice stretch up the backs, the legs. And on the inhale, slowly finding our way all the way up. Turning toes out again, soften, elbows tuck in, and breathe. Taking deep breaths in and deep breath out. And slowly straighten, turning toes forward, coming all the way down. Reaching tailbone up to the sky. Feeling that stretch. And one more big breath slowly. Coming all the way out, turning toes forward. Taking back leg, stepping it forward and breathe. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And 2 more big breaths. And when you're ready, we are going to come down into masala. So feet a little bit wider, toes facing towards the corners. Soften your knees, hips reach back, shoulders roll back, belly button in. Your heels may or may not touch the ground. Either is okay. And we're just breathing into your low back, breathing into your hips. And one more big breath, bringing hands all the way down. And jump, step, or float feet back into plank. And coming all the way down. Inhaling for a halfway. And tuck toes, stretching back. and breathe. And one more big breath on the exhale. Soften knees. Jump step or float feet forward, bringing it into Masala again. Soften and shoulders back and lengthening. Really breathing into our hips as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And when you're ready, hands come forward and pivot into a forward fold, just shifting hips from side to side. And whenever you're ready, third time coming into Masala is option one, option two for those of you. If Crow is in your practice and you would like to come into Crow, please do. And when you're ready, jump step or float, feet back into plank. Down to Chaturanga. Scooping heart up. Upward facing dog, tuck your toes. Stretching back into downward dog. And walking through the feet. And just for a moment, let your knees mount. We are going to come into child's pose just for a moment. Let your wrists relax. Breathing deeply into your back. Just noticing the beat of your heart. And can you feel your heart beating in between your shoulder blades as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out? And one more big breath whenever you are ready. Slowly finding your way back up to a tall seat. And just double checking neck, checking shoulders. And when you're ready, bringing shoulders up. Exhale, rolling them back. And one more. Last one. Option one, staying here. Option two is starting to allow yourself to walk hands back. So you may need to lift your hips to get a stretch. If this is hurting your knees, I don't want you to go any further. For some of you, you may be able to come all the way down to the ground. So just seeing, how does your body feel as you bring elbow by elbow, and if that feels really good, coming all the way down. And whenever you're ready, chin to chest, one elbow, second elbow, slowly finding your way all the way back up. We are going to come all the way down onto our backs. Soften, rolling down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, hugging your knees in towards your chest. And if it feels good, gently rocking side to side. and drawing circles. And reverse the other way. And extending, reaching arms out. Taking nice deep breaths in. And deep breath out. And opening your arms out to the sides. And allow your knees to windshield wipe from side to side. And finding yourself back to center, reaching arms, reaching legs away from the body to yawn. And stretch. Feeling fresh, cool air coming in, warm air coming out. And softly relaxing your arms, turning palms up to receive energy, or turning palms down to ground. If it feels okay to allow your eyes to soften, please do. Feeling yourself. Taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Starting to feel movement returning to fingers, your toes, hands, feet. If you'd like to reach arms above your head to yawn and stretch, please do. Feeling fresh, cool air coming in, warm air coming out, and softening arms, softening legs, and very carefully, or only to one side. And taking some nice deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, using your hands to guide you. Slowly finding your way back up to a tall seat. Feeling your sits bones melting into the earth, your crown reaching up to the sky. And let's take a big breath in, taking arms up, bringing palms together. And on your exhale, bowing to thank yourself. And I thank you too. Namaste, everyone.